Hey guys, this is Jonah. Um, I don't know what's going on with my hair. Don't ask. It just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, so I kind of just like put it up, and here we are. And I'm looking like pebbles, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure what today's gonna be about, so this is just the intro, and then we'll get into it, and it'll be a nice surprise. But here are my doggos. There's Gracie. Oh, she's behind. And then there's Kenya. And Winnie's over there. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the hair is down now. It's not looking terrible, so that's always good. I figured out what I want to do today. So today I'm gonna make a coming out video. Um, Obviously I'm already out to the world, but I want to share my story. I actually didn't come out as trans until I was 18 years old, and it took me a while to do so. I was in communities where I didn't really know what was safe to do, and I didn't really feel like I would be supported if I came out. So I tried to be as hyper feminine as possible. Um, and throughout those years of like trying to be um hyper feminine and stuff, I found that like some of it like slipped out. Like I didn't really feel like I never felt connected to like the girls side of things. I remember when I was first placed in gym class, which is like a common experience, and we were told to go on like a boys side and a girls side. I was like, hell no, I'm not going on the girls side. And I had like I think like a 10-minute argument with this coach, and I was like, I'm not doing it. Like I'll sit out if you don't let me go to the guy's side. Like I'm not a girl. Um and that was like I don't know, like that was kind of one of those like points in my life where like I knew I was different, and I knew that not everybody felt that way. Um and like certainly obviously you guys are probably like yeah duh, like not everybody feels that way, but I mean when you're 8 years old you don't really think that. So um yeah, so that I attempted to come out to my dad, didn't go well. He was like, why would you say that? And I was like, because I am a boy. And we never had a discussion about it again until I was 18. So that, yeah. Um, it felt invalidating, but I also don't think that like he understood, because it's one thing if you're like hearing it from somebody else, but if it's from your child, like it's sometimes it can be like hard to process. So I want to give him grace for that. Um and also like it's scary. It's scary to have a kid who's trans. Um so yeah, I remember another like point of realization for me. I had we were at Halloween, and not at Halloween. We got to dress up for Halloween at school, and I dressed up as a boy. I didn't really know what kind of boy this boy was. I just knew this boy was me. And I just told everybody that I was a famous pop singer because I didn't know what else to say. But it felt great because I was in the cafeteria and people were like referring to me as a boy, and that was like one of the brightest moments of my childhood, to be quite frank. Like that was definitely a turning point for me. And I went to school like with my chest binded with like headbands and like an ace bandage. Like I had like those like stretchy headbands, and yeah. I I wore the ace bandage, and like I wore it to bed a lot because I was afraid to like wear outside. Disclaimer, do not do that. That is a terrible idea. Um I can lead to like major health issues, so like please do not do that. But it at the time like that's what I was kind of working with. So and the stretchy headbands, of course. But those were like that was my holy grail, I feel like. But my parents would like catch on to the ace bandage thing, and they're like, "Oh, like your ankle has been sprained for like 5 weeks now." I'm like, "Oh no, I got a new injury." Like it was a very niche thing that I was just like throwing it under the rug, like it's fine. Um, but yeah, luckily they didn't like catch on to it. So yeah, I don't know how they didn't catch on, but they just managed not to. No, not like to the trans thing. They catched on to the like ace bandage thing, just for clarification. Um, and yeah, so I I didn't really think that meant anything. I thought everybody had that issue. Like I thought everybody was binding their chest at night. Um, Turns out they weren't. Yeah. So I kept pretty quiet about that for a while, and like I have recently been like sharing all of my story because I think it's helpful. And yeah, I want to share on YouTube too so I can like connect with people, um like I've said previously. So yeah, that's that. I thought I was a lesbian for a while, and I've heard that that's like very common, or not. I've just like heard about it a lot, for like other like trans guys, which is really interesting because I now identify as a gay guy. So yeah, very very interesting. Because I think I was like connected to the masculinity part of it, and like I thought like, oh, like stereotypically like lesbians are portrayed as like masculine, so like, and I feel masculine, so maybe that's what it is. Wasn't that? Nope. Yeah. And I don't know what else. I remember the first time I met a trans guy. I went to a wilderness program, and I'm not gonna say their name just for sake of their identity, but I met somebody in wilderness who was trans, and he was a guy, and I was like, "Oh my god, I feel so connected to you." I don't know why though. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze. Uh, and that was a really eye-opening experience for me because I felt like when he got misgendered, I was like, a piece of me is being taken out. Okay, little bit of a pause there. I had to get my Caesar salad. It looks so good. Can't wait to eat it. But yeah, so just quick stuff. But so that's kind of like, oh yeah, we were on. I felt like so much anger when he got misgendered, and like it felt internal for me, and I didn't have words to explain why I was feeling that way at the time, and I was scared to explore that. Um, like really scared to explore that because I didn't know what that would have meant for me. Like, oh, if I get close to this person and like I open up to them, I'm gonna want to tell them that I feel like a deep connection with them, but I don't know what it is. So that that was really like, yeah, that was a really good experience for me. And even though it didn't like open the window fully, like I got a peek through the window, and that, like without that I don't think I would be where I am in my journey right now. Um that was definitely like the a major step. Um yeah, and then I'm trying to think. I remember after going to Wilderness, I got my first binder because there I came out as non-binary after, so the person had left our group who was trans, and after that I came out as non-binary. And like the they them pronouns felt a lot better to me than the she her pronouns. And I told my family about it, and they were very supportive. And I went onto a website with my dad and we picked out some binders. And that was really great. And I brought them to dorm. And then in that dorm, they were misplaced. And I don't know how else to say that because I don't want to like be accusing anybody on here, but like they just went missing. Yeah. And that was really hard because I like had them and then they weren't there. So, yeah, that was that was really hard. That was really hard. Um so I kind of went back into the closet after like nobody at my school really got it or wanted to try to understand it, and like being pushed back into that spot, I was there for like 2.5 years and just was afraid to tell anybody. And I had friends who were queer, and like I just didn't feel comfortable enough to tell them because I felt then like I would be outed, and the fear of that was just too scary for me. The thought of that was too scary. Um, yeah. So I came out as non-binary again when I was like 18, like soon after my 18th birthday, and then in June of that year, June 1st, on Pride Month, National Coming Out Day, I came out as trans. And yeah, I you could probably see on my face, but that day was really great. Very like I felt like I was I felt like I was walking on clouds, like I felt, yeah, it was so, like I felt so light. I felt like just boulders had been lifted from my shoulders, and yeah, that was an amazing day. Um, and then I started tea in August, so a few months after I came out, and what now it's March, yeah. So it's it's been a journey since then, and I've definitely had like some people that haven't been supportive, but I've had a majority of people that have been supportive of me. And those people, I'm not trying to get emotional here, those people make it so worth it. And yeah, so that is my coming out story. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, uh, comment, share, ask questions in the comments, comment. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Have a good one.